our lives are so full, and I think that we tend to abdicate some of that responsibility for preparing our own foods to other people. And I'm not quite sure how to address that or answer that, because we have to just kind of take a look at our own lives and determine, where do we slow down. Preparing food should be a mainstay of our daily activity, and it should be something that we want to be involved in, and instead we sort of just think of it as secondary, and we go to fast food or we rely on processed foods and things like that. And I think, how do we slow down just enough, and how do we bring back culinary arts back into our own kitchens? I grew up watching my mom cook, and that's pretty much how I learned how to cook. And I'm not the world's best cook, but I can cook. But how many people don't have that relationship with someone in their life that can be there to role model for them? And the fact that you sit down for dinner together and you share your day and you have food. Wow, I mean, what a concept. But we're taking our kids, if you have children, to all kinds of different things, after school activities, and it takes you away from the table. Or if you're a working professional, there's so many things happening after work hours that require your attention. It's like, well, it takes you away from that focus of simplifying your life a little bit and making food and preparing your own food to be rewarding and satisfying. And it doesn't need to be complex. It can be pretty simple. My theory about gardening is just shove it in the ground and see if it grows. I'll tell you what, I've got a lot of food for my table doing it just that way. If I can grow a tomato plant from a seed and have it produce zillions of little cherry tomatoes by the end of the growing season, anybody can do it. I'd say just be brave, have fun. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Try it again next year. But you just need some really, really good soil, some sunlight, and some water periodically, and you can pretty much grow just about anything, and it's really not that difficult. I mean, food is not that complex when it comes to growing it. And I would say if you want to start out with something easy, just start with a tomato plant, because you just, make sure it's got a lot of sun and a little water and some deep space for the roots to grow, and you can do one in a pot, okay? So if you could grow a tomato plant in a pot, you can feed yourself. And it's just as simple as that, You don't have to plant an acre of food to feed your family. You could just put a tomato plant in the ground. And that's all it takes. And I guarantee you will get the bug. When you start doing that, you will be excited to try it again next year. And maybe you'll put 2 plants in the ground.